Yo, what's the deal, fam? Just getting back in town, man. Got some looks. So I'll just give you guys these quick looks real fast. Tomorrow we go back to the stream, first day back. So I'll just give you guys, like a player pool of, what I had compiled together over the course of the road trip, and way back home. But as you see, I got a ton of notes here, a ton, but I'm not gonna give you all of that. Just quickly, my thoughts on a few of these games here. The over team total, I really love the lefties for this Arizona Diamondbacks team here. So going up against Carrera, I really like the lefties here. So I'm considering taking the over 4.5 uh, um, team total there. I'm gonna end up taking it. So official play over the 4.5 team total, right? The rest, I don't bet a lot of games, but where this Colorado Rockies game just feels like an under. Strikeouts for DJ Hurts are in play. Um, Gil, his strikeouts are in play, but I won't be messing with him, right? I'm not messing with him. So, this Cleveland team, they haven't been all that versus right hand pitching. We'll see what's going to happen here. I got some bats. I'll give you guys some bats. This Cincinnati game, it looks like it'll probably be a Toronto. Nothing for me, probably money line. If I want to get greedy, maybe go to the run line. But really, Toronto or nothing for me in this spot. Don't know which way I would even remotely think to go in this Baltimore game. And this Philadelphia game does have an underfield to it. Don't know what Lopez we're going to see. You got guys like Ozuna who's striking out 4 or 5, 20 times versus this guy. I mean, it is what it is, right? Versus Wheeler. So it does have an underfield to it. Big time strikeout candidates, Atlanta Braves there. Um, Another game that just has an underfield to it. I mean, the St. Louis Cardinals game. None of these games are my favorite games here. As we all know, I don't bet on a lot of games. Just trying to give you guys a simple little feel. But it's too many games here that just feel like an under. Even this Pittsburgh game feels like an under. The Detroit Tigers and Chicago game, I did not even look over this one. Don't know what I like here. A few bats here. I'll get to those bats in a second here. If I was to pick a side, it probably would be Kansas City. I do like the Kansas City righties. Witt didn't pop out to me like that. I'll give you a bat that I did like in a second. Tampa Bay Rays and Oakland Athletic, just another game that feels like a under spot. I can see instances where the dogs can be barking here, the plus 102. Money is coming in on Oakland though. Money is coming in on Oakland. Maybe I'll look at an Oakland. Maybe a team total will probably be at 1.5, maybe on DraftKings or ESPN bet, something like that. I might check out, but who knows? I just don't, hey, be safe out there with the Minnesota Twins game here. You guys know it's the first time I really just come on here and give you guys some thoughts on some sides or something like that. But I probably won't do this again, tell you the truth. But it'll be minutes for this game here. Moneyline parlays, run line straights in favor of San Francisco. I do like Robbie Ray today. And then the Seattle Mariners at Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, you know, Miller, he's been taking care of business on the road when he's supposed to. Let's see what he can do on the road here. Um, if for any reason that you think Seattle can put up some runs here, then I would probably take the over here. I mean, I think Brewer can get hit here. Uh, these lefties in Seattle, they're hitting for power. I wrote it down already. Most of their lefties, uh, they're hitting for power. They are barreling the ball, right? So Brewer has been giving up, bombs, giving up a bomb a game at least, or averaging out at least, right? So not a big fan of Brewer either way it goes, right? So right here with some bats. Okay, so like I said, for this Arizona Diamondbacks here game, I like the lefties. See who's going to be in the lineup. Good same game parlay environment. At least you want to get to a hit here. I have to add Burger here. Sorry, I forgot to add Burger. So these guys here, over here to the side here, hits, runs, RBIs, whatever you want to take them for, right? You could even take them for the hits, runs, and RBI prop. But probably my favorite bat overall would probably be Jake Berger here versus this team here, but I took the team total over because there was too many bats for me. But your Jock Petersons, I love Jock Peterson. You know, I just like a lot of bats here. I like a lot of bats here. The lefties. Um, like I said, this Colorado game has an underfield to it. Didn't add any bats there. I did add Soto. I didn't look at the Cleveland bats. Somehow snuck over them. Didn't look at the Cleveland bats, but I like Soto, right? So I got Soto here. I got Soto in there. I'm out Vladimir Guerrero in there. I also like from this game. I also like Ellie Little Cruz, and I also like Jake Fraley, and I also like Ty France, and I also like Will Wagner. Right? There's a few other bats, but I penciled in Vladdy because you can't deny what he's been doing as a top bat. I have a few bats for this Baltimore game written down, but I didn't add them to the pool. I mean, Alonso, he's six for over the course of the last month. He's batting 286, six extra base hits, four home runs and within the last month, and one home run within the last week. Viento's not striking out that much. He's got five extra base hits and three home runs within the last month, two home runs within the last week. First, this pitch mix. So Santander, he's got seven extra base hits, five home runs over the course of the last month versus this pitch mix. And it's some guys. McNeil, 10 extra base hits, five home runs over the course of the last month versus this pitch mix. But like I said, didn't add all of those guys to the pitch mix. I mean to the pool there. Looking at St. Louis, I mean the St. Louis and Milwaukee game. We know these righties. A lot of the righties for Milwaukee, they hitting for power, like Contreras and Adames and uh, you could. I mean, he's been there for a little bit of power lately. Churio, he's one that looks good. He's not striking out. I didn't get to add any one of the Milwaukee bats to the list here. I did add Alec Burleson. Solely, I mean, the numbers lined up. Some of his splits, I really like some of his splits, right, versus the pitcher. So I really put him down. But, a lot of these guys from St. Louis, um, uh, Goldsmith's hitting for power. Not big on the average for him right now. Versus pitch mix, uh, Contreras has about three home runs in the last month versus this pitch mix. A few other guys look good. Did I even write them down? Hmm. Tommy Pham, he's batting 372 with eight extra base hits and one home run over the course of the last month versus that pitch mix. Um, and Burleson, those are the two guys that I've written down for St. Louis. But, in between, your Gormans, your Renatos, those guys can be in play. Um, Pittsburgh Pirates, I written down, I have Corey Seager here, right? So Corey Seager hits, runs, and RBIs all the way up to a home run. He's been in fuego. Two bombs yesterday. Shout out to everybody who caught that. That was a nice. That was nice. I seen that all across the industry. That was fire. Um, um, Lefties get a bump. So that's another reason. Seekers has nine extra base hits, seven home runs, and one home run within the last week, all versus this pitch mix in the last 30 days. He's batting 357. I did write down Bart, right? He's got a home run in the last week versus this pitch mix. He's hitting for tremendous power versus this handedness with his splits. So Joy Bart could be a sleeper here. Kansas City Royals, the right-handers, right? So the right-hand bats for Kansas City Royals, they're not striking out that much, whatever the case may be with that. Um, what did I write down? Who did I write down? Um, so I don't see the bats that I've written down, so I probably didn't write any bats down. But I do like the righties there for this team. Um, so I wrote down Salvador Perez. He was batting 435. Now, this is over the course of 2 months, okay? This could be this could be a testament to them just hitting lefties well in general, right? So Salvi's he's only got one home run though. You know what I'm saying? So hits, whatever the case may be, right? Bobby Witt numbers didn't look that good, but you got guys like Renfro who looked pretty good. He was batting 350. Blanco's got two home runs within the last week versus this pitch mix. He's somebody that you might need to want to look out for, right? Don't know where he plays for. He plays for right here, Darian Blanco. He plays for uh, the Angels. So you know it is what it is with that situation. Um, on the Boston and Astros, I looked at Yoshida. I penciled him in. He's batting 382. He's been in Fuego. He's batting 382 versus pitch mix over the last month with five extra base hits, three home runs, and two home runs within the last week versus this pitch mix. So you can look at him. On the flip side, I mean, outside the usual suspects, you could look at Pena, and like I said, you could look at Yoshida, right? Those two guys are interesting plays, all right? We know the Devers are there, we know the Jordans are there, but those guys were some guys who stood out. Um, this Minnesota Twins and San Diego Padres game, I just couldn't figure out who I wanted to get to here. I did put Santana up there, Carlos Santana. There are some guys I could have put Merrill up there. I could have put Peralta up there. Xander, I really like Xander. He's batting 462. So there's a few bats. You know what I'm saying? There's a few bats on the San Diego side. Uh, I do like Carlos Santana anytime he faces a lefty. I think we can target him versus Perez there. So, you know, but there's still a few bats there. Um, did any one of these guys did not make it to the party here? But honorable mentions here for this Tampa Bay Rays game. You can look at Josh Lowe. You can look at Seth Brown. He's batting 311 versus this pitch mix. JJ Bleday, he loves the fastball over the course of the season. He's got at least about eight extra base hits and probably about 13, 14, maybe 13 home runs off that fastball alone. And Baz is throwing it, you know, he's throwing it a lot. So, you know, there's a few bats that you can look at there. Right here for the San Francisco Giants game, I'm looking at Tyler Fitzgerald. Here's a guy here who has eight extra base hits, seven home runs, and one home run within the last week. All of this within the last month, right? So within the last month, Tyler Fitzgerald eight extra base hits, seven home runs, um, and he's batting 302, right? Versus that pitch mix. Now this, like I said, this Dodgers game here can be kind of, you know, kind of wonky here. But like I said, I do like Freeman. Don't strike out much. Gavin Lux, I mean, you can't deny what he's been doing. He's batting 486 versus this pitch mix with nine extra base hits, four home runs within the last month. Over the last 2 weeks, 1 week, he's got two home runs there. So Gavin Lux is definitely in play. And then, you know, you still got the rest of the guys, your Mookies, your Teos, and stuff like that. And like I said, for the flip side, on the flip side, on the Mariners side here, uh, those guys are hitting for power. So you can look at those guys, right? So the lefties, the lefties. Now, quick look at the bats one more time. There's Soto, uh, um, um, Guerrero, Burleson, Seager, Perez, um, Yoshida, Carlos Santana, Tyler Fitzgerald, Gavin Lux, Berger, you know, and like I said, with the Dodgers situation, your Tinies, he's got like five home runs in the last month versus pitch mix. Those guys, we already know who these guys are, right? Your judges and stuff like that. At the end of the day, take what you like. Oh, you know what? Quick, briefly over the pitches, right? Hers needs to hit his strikeouts. I'm gonna get Gill off of there because I'm not betting on Gill. I'm not even gonna alter him, right? There's instances where you could probably alter DJ Hers, right? I like his strikeouts versus this White Sox. I mean this Colorado team here. Zach Wheeler can get there. Don't know if I'll get there. Just some guys the spots that I do like. Cole Reagans, I do like the spot for Cole Reagans. Don't think I'll bet on him. Robbie Ray, I would take a chance on him. His numbers is pretty juiced up right now, though. It's at 6.5. But I think DJ Hurts is in one of the best spots here. You'll get a plus 115 on his strikeouts. I don't know if I'll go there, but I think he's just some spots that I didn't mind getting to. Right? Maybe if I go to a parlay site like a PrizePicks or something. But as far as on the books, I'll probably be sticking to the bats. Right? Take what you like, leave what you don't. All right. Peace out, man. Tomorrow, full stream tomorrow. Right?